Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully everybody's doing well on this icy cold Sunday morning where I am. So I watched the YouTube video this morning that I'll link it in the show notes because I forgot who did it and I forgot, what the title of the video was or whatever. But the video was about seeing life as like a theatrical production and seeing, the question in the video to get me to click on it was, life is a production, so why are you afraid? Or something along those lines. I apologize if I don't get that 100%. Like I said, it's in the show notes anyway. But I thought that was an interesting thought, and it made me think about, my mentality lately with a lot of things in life. I used to take life very seriously. There was a point where I didn't take life seriously at all, and then I kind of made up for it later on in my life after that. And then, but nowadays I'm kind of retuning that so I can save my energy for the appropriate things to need to be concerned with, and the same thing with business, the same thing with, my kids, the same thing with anything you want to pursue in life. I recently have an opportunity, two opportunities, a matter of fact, to improve my work position for my weekend job. I've talked about before how I don't really enjoy my weekend job, and it's something that I'm just doing for money right now and things like that. But I have two opportunities to make my situation better, get into something that I might appreciate more and learn more and grow. And, just be more active, be more involved in learning and taking care of my situation. I've been nervous. You're always nervous when you get these opportunities and you look at it and you're like, oh my God, should I do this? Should I not? Should I whatever? And I'm not saying don't think about it like that, but don't forget to also take it for what it is. Even if you have to make certain sacrifices in some situations, it could end up a lot better than you think it will. It might not. But the thing is, you always have time. You always have time to reconfigure things. You always have time to experience mistakes and, to realign and reconnect with what you need to do. And that's what I'm doing now. It's all a learning process. It's all a process for adjusting certain things that aren't working in my life. And sometimes you have to wait it out. And sometimes, opportunities present themselves and you have to kind of work with what you got. I wrote a blog post about it, and I did a video about it, another podcast episode about it as well recently, called What's the Universe Telling You? And, it was more of an episode about how interesting it can be, how the universe will provide you with things that you really need when you need them. And to just be patient and have faith in that process and not to take any of that process too seriously, And I think this episode really resonated with me because that's where I'm at in life, I'm always thinking about what can I do next for my business? What can I do to help out more people? What can I do to make more money on my business? What can I do for, to improve, improve my kids' education or improve my kids' life and my family's life and things like that. And I always have those things in the back of my mind. But that fact was kind of introduced the thought process to me of how can you also make it fun and not regret the choices that you've made and understand that, it's all a process and it's literally just a theatrical show where, you don't have to sit as a bystander necessarily. You can participate in the show, but just understand that nothing is that permanent. If you do make a mistake, it's fixable. If you do enter this consciousness of I'm observing situations in my life that I don't know if I agree with or that I do agree with and I really enjoy, it brings a whole new level of mindfulness to your everyday life, where you, in situations that are stressful or going crazy or whatever, you can take a step back and observe it from a loving perspective and say, am I supposed to learn something from this? Is there a reason I'm here? Or is it just something I'm supposed to change? And you'll get a deeper understanding of those things. But also, it brings a level of enjoyment to it, like I said. And it can introduce the thought of, or the thought process, like, you know, oh, I am here, I am loving this, I am enjoying this, and this is a memory I will not let myself forget. And I think that's very important to remember in everyday life. And it might sound a little bit extreme to practice this as much as you possibly can, but honestly, it's so worthwhile. I've been doing this for a while, and I've been noticing that I've been more patient, I've been more calm, I've been happier. You know, in situations I wouldn't have been able to handle before, I can now handle them with a lot more love and respect and, you know, truthfulness, to be honest. And, you know, it seems like the situations kind of started falling into place for me. I had more control over certain things, over how I gave my energy out to the universe and how I saw what the universe was giving me. And, you know, it goes pretty deep into your lifestyle choices and how you appreciate your life. So I just wanted to take some time out today and share this with you guys, and hopefully you get something from either this episode, or hopefully you get something from the YouTube video that I'm going to link in my show notes. Either way, guys, I hope you're having a great weekend. I'm sorry if my voice is kind of bumpy. I'm on a bumpy road. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. If you guys need help with anything that I talk about in my shows, or you want more ways to listen, or, you know, you want to get in touch with me, please check the show notes. I'll have a link in my show notes to my website, how to get in touch with me, how to listen, all that good stuff. So please check it out and enjoy, guys. Have a good one.